Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Sir Cowdog, and this is going to be the episode covering the Grave of Saints. It's down the well in the middle of Majula. Last episode I did the Lost Bastille Part 2, where I had fought the Lost Sinner boss soul and the Belfry Gargoyles. I'm going to go ahead and re-equip my Silver Serpent Ring, though, and put some slightly lighter armor on. There we go. So, the way to get down the well here is to talk to the cat.
Who are you again? You do...
And
Nothing
actually, what I need to do real quickly, make some quick adjustments. Well, I guess it is already pretty low. Apparently my mic is not loud enough.
Oh.
Alright. So the cat, unsurprisingly, sells the Silver Cat Ring. And what the Silver Cat Ring does is reduce fall damage.
I'll be around.
And you're going to need that because in this next set of levels there's, as you might have guessed, a lot of falling. So go ahead and unequip everything except for the ring, since fall damage is a combination of how far you fall and how much equipment you have on. So you do need to have still a minimum number of hit points. At this point I do have enough. Where is it at? 1430 hit points is enough, and what I can do here is walk right off. Boom. About half the health, so not too bad. Switch back to regular life gems since I'm not fighting a boss. Drop right here. You might be tempted to go straight for that piece of loot, but the way to do it is actually to get this platform right here. And you don't want to try to jump to that loot, you just want to sprint clockwise, like so. That leaves you free to land right here, in the Grave of Saints. Okay. Put my gear back on. Shield. Super awesome helmet. And the Dranglic legs and gloves. Alright. So, a couple of guys like this, they don't ever attack you. I'm not sure why they're there, but they are worth just a little bit of souls, and sometimes they do drop items. In here there are several rats which will come out of these holes in the ground, like so. Just give them a strong attack. Should kill them in one hit. One, two more. Over here, another one of these guys. Now, throughout this entire area, there are a whole bunch of spots for you to drop Pharaoh's Lockstones in. Almost none of them are worth doing. You can play around with it if you want, but the only one that I feel is worth doing is this one right here, since it lowers this bridge. Here, grab a torch and a spell. Some poison moss to cure if you get poisoned. Take care of these rats. back out the way we came. Now, at the top of this kind of weird stair walkway thing, there is another bridge that's raised. You can drop it with another lockstone on the next level up. I really don't recommend it. It's just a complete waste of things. It's just a waste. Because, as you can see, you can get access to it just by climbing a ladder. Okay, NPC Invader, Roy the Explorer, he has invisible weapons, so don't believe his BS about not being equipped. Otherwise, he's not very tough, though, so... Oh, he dropped his helmet. That's very rare. Alright, down at the end of this hallway, past all of these rats. Is a little broken area. Now, if you're paying attention, you can see there's rats back in there. They will not come out until after you've grabbed the loot and are heading back out of here. I don't know if that was meant to be a trap or what, but it's not a very good one. Alright. That's everything. Just past this last rat on the right, down at the end of the hallway, is a bonfire. Right before a boss fight, which is pretty unusual. Most boss fights are up against one big enemy. This boss fight is up against a bunch of little enemies. As you might have guessed, they're all rats. So, you shouldn't need any kind of special tools or anything. It's mostly just positioning, avoiding getting surrounded, and trying not to hit these statues, because if you do, your weapon will generally bounce off. So, normally there will be an unlimited number of these rats. What you need to do is kill enough of them until a boss rat shows up. And while you're fighting these guys, you'll notice that every time I got hit, I got a little bit of petrification stack. That's the real danger here. See that little stone-looking hexagon buff? Take too many hits, it's instant death. So, like I said, it's just all about careful positioning and not getting surrounded. Should be in a couple more kills here. The boss rat will show up, and the way you know it's him is that he has a kind of a big mohawk on his back. Alright, don't want to get surrounded. I'm surprised he hasn't shown up yet, actually. Pops up usually right here, but there he is. And as you see, when you get hit by him, you get poisoned as well. So it's the same rules though. Don't get greedy. Don't get surrounded. Where'd he go? He's hanging back. There he is. Trying to get him by himself is a little bit tricky. He doesn't have that many hit points. One more should do it. There we go, and once you kill him, all the rats will retreat. Get some free hits in if you want. Okay, and that is the Royal Rat Vanguard. Just past also unlocks King Boss Rat.
Leave this place, human.
He doesn't like you until he notices that you have a rat tail, and then he offers to let you join his rat club covenant. But I don't really want anything to do with it. So, alright, now I've got some pretty annoying platforming. Fortunately, I have the ring, cat ring, should cut down on the amount of damage I take. Pretty easy stuff, just kind of look down, walk slowly, jump, or not jump, but walk from platform to platform until you get right here. Grab that loot. So the only tricky thing is there's a couple of things. You can notice directly below me is a crystal lizard, and then across there is a jump to a piece of loot. I'm going to see if I can plunge attack this guy. It's a little bit tricky because the camera's not going to cooperate, but I think... nope. Nope, he got away. Pretty annoying. So... oh, and I didn't get it off before the idiots showed up. Short bow. Nope, looks like they took care of themselves. Okay, back to what I was doing. That was a little bit dangerous. I should not have chased that crystal lizard off the bridge. A little bit of extra running due to my mistake. Okay. So, getting this piece of loot, a little bit tricky. You want to aim just to the left of the actual treasure, sprint, and then jump almost immediately. There we go. Okay. Next up is the second half of the Grave of Saints. The correct way to do it is to go all the way back up to the top of Majula, but I'm going to show you guys another way. I don't know why it says Havel's resting place. Havel is nowhere near here. Makes no appearances, none of his armor is here. But anyway, go ahead and same as before, take off all the gear, except for the cat ring. And what you want to do, slowly walk to this edge by the torch. And it's a little bit tricky, but you want to very slowly walk in line with the platform below. If you do it right, there we go, you'll land right here. Now if you miss, it's okay as long as you land on this. You'll take more damage, but you won't fall all the way down the pit and die. Ring of the Evil Eye, +1. And the rest is just slowly walking, like so. This is the second entrance now. Despite what any online messages might tell you, there is no bottom to that pit. Don't jump down there. It's just death. But I can now re-equip my gear. I shouldn't have to do any more of this platforming nonsense. I'm going to keep that ring on, though. And shield. Helmet. Okay. This should also give me another shot at the crystal lizard, who's right around this corner. Should just be able to sprint right up to him, stop, and then strong attack. Boom. Large Titanite shard, Dark Knight stone, regular Titanite shards. Another little jump like this, and we get the anti-petrification ring. Ash knuckle. Get out your short bow. Drop down. And 3 exploding guides will come out of here. This is how you're supposed to do it. Don't let them sneak up on you like I did. And you can explore back here, but there is, unfortunately, the next level. What you want to do is actually go the other way. And there's another one of these Royal Knight guys. Oops, I actually let him hit. Huh. Okay, he is guarding a chest that has another Sublime Bone Dust in it, if I remember correctly. Yep. Alright, that is the Grave of Saints. The hallway down here leads to the next area, which is the infamous gutter. Very, very similar to Dark Souls 1 swamp level, although there is no swamp. There's just lots of platforms for you to fall off of. Now, you can climb down the ladders if you want, but otherwise, if you just follow the same, whoops, grab the loot, follow the same sort of pattern that I use here, you should just be able to walk right off and get all the loot in the process. Where's the next one? I always forget. That's right, right here. And in this chest is a token of spite. This will come in handy later on. Similar to the token of fidelity, it's required to join a covenant found in the Huntsman's Copse area. Alright, here we are at the gutter. I've got a little bit of work just to get to the bonfire, but some notes about it. These statue things, as you just saw, some of them shoot poison. Just keep that in mind. It's kind of annoying. I counteract poison with life gems. Alright, drop down here. This little kind of section of horizontal slats will break as soon as I step on it, so I'm just gonna trigger that. Drops me to the bonfire. Boom, there we go. Heal up to get that poison off, and that's going to do it for the video. As usual, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully you saw some interesting platforming and a couple of tricks, and I hope that it's useful for you. But, as usual, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace.